Okay, let's be very honest here. Now, I do understand what I'm about to say might hurt some individuals' feelings or burst a few bubbles, but unfortunately, that can't be helped. Now, most men, whether American or otherwise, when they go into dating or the prospect of being in a relationship with someone, would usually prefer to be with someone who's in the same social position, shall we say, that they are. If they are single with no children, they usually prefer to date someone else who is also single with no children. You don't have to like that, but unfortunately for some of you, that is the reality. Now, there are a lot of men out there that don't mind dating a single mother. However, trying to shame guys by saying they're too broke to date a single mother really isn't the best strategy, and it's not going to get them to date you. Not surprised to have what? Been single for a very long time? Why does that come as a surprise? I find it very ironic that a lot of women talk about how they love being single, and many women find it to be empowering, except of course, oftentimes when another woman, so it seems, tries to insult another one by insinuating that there's something wrong with being single. Were you aware that there are thousands, if not millions of people who are very happily choosing to remain single? Also, most importantly, being in a relationship doesn't make any person any more valid or better than anyone else, and nor does being single make someone any less valid or worse than anyone else. It is really time for some individuals to give up this sort of antiquated thinking that a person is only a complete person if they're in a relationship. If that's how you feel about yourself, well, then I highly suggest that someone takes a hard look inside and determine why exactly someone would want to think that.
Are you single right now?
Real single.
Have you ever been married before?
Yeah, I was married for a long time.
How long?
About 30 years.
So how's dating been the last year single?
I don't date. I don't have time for that.
So would you say that you're looking for something serious again at 50 right now?
Yeah, somebody that meets my expectations.
So what do you expect from your man right now?
To take care of me, to provide for me, even though I don't need a man to provide for me.
So you would go Dutch with a man?
To me, that word Dutch.
When you go out to, dinner, he pays for his stuff, you pay for yours?
Not really. If he's a man, he can pay for both. Okay. But I'm not expecting for him to pay for me because I can provide my own dinner, my own anything. I can provide anything that I want,
So you wouldn't want him to cover the date, or would you?
I don't want a man. I don't need a man. I can be with a man if I want to. I don't need a man,
So you're fine being single forever?
Yeah.
That's the point that you've gotten to?
So far.
Do you think that was because you're...
I don't need a man. I want a man.
You want me to tell you another secret about women that they will never admit to? They will take it to the grave. Women will absolutely treat a man differently and have different standards for that man based on if they see them as a good potential partner. For example, if a man doesn't present as somebody that makes a lot of money, she is actually going to expect that expensive dinner date from him on that first date. Whereas if she knows that somebody makes $500,000 a year, she will absolutely accept that coffee date. Trust me.
There's these women stealing Finance Bros salads.
Hey, oh my god, so sorry, I grabbed your salad. Let me just make it up to you and buy you a new one.
She's saying that some of her friends go to salad bars and steal the salads that are waiting on the side that have been ordered for pre-collection from these guys that work on Wall Street. And then they find them on Instagram based on the name that's on the top of the order and message them as a counter to the fact that so few men that are eligible are approaching women.
They're really clever, I must say.
Dude, they wipe the floor with guys with that social stuff. Another girl walking through Central Park, and she's basically saying walking through Central Park, my hair's great, my skin's great, I've got the boobs out today. And I wonder if any man is going to approach me.
Nobody ever hits on me or approaches me. Ever.
So it's evident to me that there is a world of women who really would quite like to be approached more by guys.
And here we go.
So, It appears that according to some women, that men are nothing without them. It's going to come as a great shock to a great many men who actually are very self-assured, confident, and happy being single, to learn that to women, they're nothing unless they have a woman. But yet, ironically, some women who like to, quite obviously, dress for success seem to be the ones that are most adamant that women are everything without them. But yet, it really doesn't make any sense. If a person was that self-assured and confident in themselves, then why would they try to bring other people down? Doesn't really make a lot of sense, does it? So really, are those women as happy being single as they say? Or is this just some kind of a cover because they're really quite genuinely miserable?
So I go out with my single friend, to you know what I mean? Because most of them are single. And I'm observing when I go to the club, when I go out to bars, whatever I'm doing with my single friends. I'm seeing men not approach women, like, at all. Like, why not shoot your shot? Like, there's so many single people out here. Why not? I see people are in their little bubble, and they stick to their little bubble. There is no men shooting the shot. Where is it? Back in the day, men would attempt. Now, I see nothing. A woman be next to a man, and nothing, no conversation. They're in a little bubble. What the fuck is it? Let me know.
After I said I would require a deposit to take me on a date to cover my date preparation costs.
Some of y'all about to get humbled in the worst way. View discretion is advised.
Now working with an app developer to make this a reality. This is actually happening. We are building the app. I'm not even exaggerating when I tell you this is the best dating app you have ever seen, because there is a clear difference here where the woman can set the deposit rate and the man can pay for her date preparation costs.
So this woman is coming out with an app where you, as a woman, you can set your deposit rate in order for a man to ask you out on a date, and you have the option to accept or decline, of course. And the deposit is for your preparation costs. Although women will also tell you that when they do get, dolled up and whatnot, they don't do it for men, but somehow, some way, we're supposed to pay for it. Despite this being open, what's really unique about this situation is I know it's going to be very humbling for certain women when they set a certain price and no man wants to pay for it. No different from how a lot of y'all started your OnlyFans, promoted it for a couple months, put it in your bio, talking about, oh, it's my body, my choice, so on and so forth. And then when it flopped, you wanted to take it out and act like you didn't do anything. Nah, we saw you. We saw that you was promoting your OnlyFans. It flopped and now you trying to hide and get rid of the evidence. Nah, it ain't gonna work like that. Not to mention, the only men that are going to use that app are desperate men. This is not going to be quality men that are looking for real relationships to build families and that's going to court you properly. These men are going to be men that expect something out of that deposit that they paid. It's not just going to be a date and if it goes well, then great, and if it doesn't, then it is what it ain't. These men are going to have expectations, and I can assure you, okay, it's not going to end well when somebody pays a high deposit and doesn't have a good time on the date. Or when somebody pays a high deposit and their date either doesn't show up, shows up late, shows up and is not interested in any way, shape, or form. There's going to be loopholes in this app, and I can't wait to see how it turns out. But I'm 100% sure she didn't think about that, and it's none of her concern, because she knows I'm going to make a bag regardless, at the expense of other women. I look forward to this app coming out and flopping in the worst way, and trust me, I will be here to make a video about it.
So as a woman, you're going to walk into the date already so happy, and that's going to lead to a better date and a better connection, and that gives the man a better chance of succeeding in courting you. The app is called Courted. So when people ask, how did you meet? You can say, he courted me. So cute!
That is what she is most concerned about. The catchy phrases, the way the website's going to look, how much money she's going to make off you ladies. Not to actually bring people together. That's not the point of this, because if we're really being honest, there's already websites that are just like this one. It's really no different. But of course, they'll try to package it and make it seem like it's something different because it seems a bit more elegant and it comes with a catchy phrase. But one thing's for sure, two things for certain. The most efficient way to meet somebody for an actual relationship is to go outside. Apps have never been proven to be effective at a high rate. Go on that app if you want to. You're going to be going on dates with a whole bunch of Myrons. And if you don't know who Myron is, go and watch the Players Club. Thank me later.
These modern women, they really do go out here and they do stuff. They do stuff and they expect a man to be okay with it. I think there was one woman that was asking the question, do American men really want to run away when they hear you're a single mom, or are they just too broke to handle a real woman? What makes you a real woman? You know what I mean? We sit up here, we talk about, oh, he's running away from responsibility. He's running away from a responsibility that's not his. Number one. Number two, if we want to talk about it, a real woman wouldn't have got herself in the situation that she's in, running around with multiple baby daddies. We never say that. Somehow, and this doesn't go for all single mothers, because sometimes you might be in a relationship or you might be married and the guy just up and leaves, right? I'm not talking about that. But some of these women, they make themselves single mothers. Oh, well, he was just toxic. No, he wasn't. Toxic meaning he didn't want to, he had money and he didn't want to give you his whole paycheck so you can go out there and blow it. That's why it's toxic. Y'all be doing some stupid stuff, and then when a man leaves you, or you end up in a position to where you have to struggle and a man's not coming to save you, then all of a sudden you say all men are bums, they're broke.
Bitter pill that a lot of guys have to understand is that women do not typically want conventionally masculine men until they are old. You have to understand this. What women chase in their younger years is chaos. So this is why women oftentimes are most aroused by guys who are constantly up and down in their emotional state. The behavior is erratic. There's no sense of stability. Maybe he's out running around on the streets or partying or whatever. Okay, and these are the men that she's going to choose to sleep with through all of her 20s and probably a good part of her 30s. Okay, your conventionally masculine traits that should be rewarded, like discipline, dedication, hard work, good at making money, honest, would be a good family man. She will not value these things until she is old, because now she's looking at her sense of security for the long term. You have to understand that she does not care about what you want.
A stigma in the society that if you're a mother, like, you are really not the most dateable person. And we see it a lot. I'm a single mother. I see it a lot. It doesn't matter how educated you are or how independent you are. Some people view it as you are trying to date them so that they can take care of your kids or like help you with your kids or whatever. Yeah. But and some of these men that I see saying, I'll never date a single mother, do you think we will ever date you? Ooh. Like, sometimes you need to look at yourself and introspect. You know who and the child is in private school. Do you think that woman would even date you? Like, do you qualify to date her?
I have across platforms probably over 800,000 followers that are all single men. That's why they follow me for dating advice. And I get thousands of messages every day from attractive guys that cannot get a date. And the messages are sad. Girls are not aware of the crisis out there that men are facing in the dating world. I don't think you can speak on it because you don't know about it. You don't see them. You have no idea how sad it is. I cry about it when I read the messages.
Because it is always coming down to that, well, if I gotta compete, pick her. I understand that, because if I'm out here throwing other women in her face, or I'm like, hey, my other hoes don't treat me like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's up. But when we're talking about dating, bruh, you have to absolutely know if exclusivity has not been established, you're being compared to someone. It's not, now the thing is, it's not your job, and I would also caution against shifting yourself to meet somebody's standard. What you should be doing at all times is walking in the totality of your value and letting that speak for you.
Absolutely.
If you valuable, you ain't gotta beat your chest in front of other people to show them that the other women that he walk with ain't you. Just be you. You don't even want to be too boisterous and attract the wrong to you. So if you're not loud enough for him, or you too this for him, take that as a great thing. Absolutely. And walk away.
Absolutely.
Women, get out of here with this notion that we are oppressed. We are not oppressed. I've just seen this meme that said we need feminism because men's rights don't vary by state like women's do. So with this delusion, do y'all realize that there are actually some privileges that we have that men don't have? and this one's about to sing, but someone's got to say it. Do you know a man has 0 reproductive rights like you do, like I do? Once that man's DNA leaves his body, he has no say-so. He can't choose adoption. He can't choose to walk away. But guess what? You can. And remember, I've said this before, it's all about equality until that accountability shows up. Paternity fraud laws are different in each state. Did you know that safe haven laws in all 50 states protect women? A woman can surrender a baby. A man can't. Sounds like a legal right that women have that men don't.
Some people may disagree with me in the comments, but it is what it is. I'm going to say it. Because the men, actually, multiple men have told me this. The only people who actually care about you having your stuff together, you getting all these degrees and you getting this bad girl, is you. Just you. Because a real man, which y'all consider to be providers, don't care. They don't care about how many degrees you have. They don't care about how much money you have in the bank. They care about you being a feminine woman that treats them good and that knows how to do traditional things inside the household. That's why so many of y'all be running rabbit, confused as to why that man cheated on you with a girl who you feel like was less than. Well, baby, it had nothing to do with her bank account. It had nothing to do with her education. It had everything to do with how she made him feel. Yeah.
This is a public service announcement for white men. It is okay to approach a Latina at the bar.
That part. Yep.
It is okay
Yep.
to like a Latina. We are equals. We are pretty people. We are also equal to the blondes at the bar.
Even better.
Even better, maybe. I don't wanna. Perhaps.
Don't quote me on it, but
please, it is okay to approach a Latina at the bar. It is okay.
We will talk to you.
We will talk to you. It is okay. I promise. It is okay. Please approach us. We are all one. We are begging.
We're begging.
We're on our hands and knees. Please approach us.
I'm on my knees.
Like, what the fuck?
Do men even date single moms anymore, or should I just give up? I feel like the second somebody finds out I had a kid, they just ghost me.
I've dated a single mom before. That like hitting 30 mark for women with a single kid, it's almost like every dude who didn't have, not that you didn't have options, but those are like really easy to kind of snag one of those. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think long term though, for young guys, because a lot of people get it twisted with the single mom stuff. Like, you're 45, just get ready to have some stepkids. You know what I mean? Like, for the most part, you know, like the rules are out the window. But as a young dude, I think the more you make it acceptable, the more it's just happened. Remember the why the chicken crossed the road? All their friends were doing it. It's a stupid metaphor, but it's true.
Here are a few of my dating non-negotiables as a man with strict boundaries. These are my boundaries. You do what you want to do. These are mine. Say I get your number, you give me your schedule, and I plan a date. If for some reason you're busy on that date and you can't make it, it is up to you to give me the day that you're free or your next availability. I'm not about to keep asking. That's too close to begging. Play with somebody else. Number 2, if you ask me in our first few dates for nail, hair, shoe money, you're clipped. You're looking for a sponsor. You're not looking for a relationship. Why these things aren't already done? I don't care how much money I got. It's mine that I work for. Don't ask me to do some that you're not doing for yourself. Number 3, if by the 3rd or 4th date, you don't at least offer to buy a round of drinks or treat me to the next one, you're clipped. You're not a vibe. You're a bill. I would never let you pay, but at least offer. Make me think you want to pay. And if you forget to say thank you after I done planned and paid for this date, you're clipped. It don't cost you nothing to say thank you. Number 4, if I offer to pick you up or send you a car, you have a 5-minute window to get there. You knew about this date a day earlier and hours earlier. You should have been ready. I have pulled off after waiting 7 minutes before. You don't respect my time. I don't respect yours. Number 5, if we cannot do an active date, all right, tennis, hike, workout, it's clipped. You're clipped. I know me, I'm gonna catch the ick real fast. We just ain't gonna work out, literally or figuratively. Number 6, you like to go ghost for 2 and 3 days. Or I find that you only respond when I text first. You're a clip. Ain't nobody that busy. It'll take you 10 seconds to respond to a message. Hey, busy day, I'll check for you later. That works for me, because I don't need to talk to you every day, all day anyway. There is a huge difference from texting, which is mutual, and you just respond. Out of here. Number 7, probably should have been number 1. Poor hygiene. It's gonna be a firm no for me. That breath ain't hitting, if them toes ain't kicking, and if them nails ain't clean, it ain't gotta be done, just be clean. Your ass is clipped. You're a woman. It's the least you can do. And then lastly, I'm a little bit more lenient on this one, because I don't expect much. We just started dating. If I see that you just innately lack nurturing qualities, it's clip. I can't teach you how to be a woman to a man. You should not teach me how to be a man to a woman. Can't teach you that.
You know, there's a lot of men out here, once again, that grew up dating a single mom, or, you know, talking to a single mom, a woman with kids. And it didn't really used to be a problem in some of these circles until modern women started thinking, well, you know, I deserve so much more than this. So much more than what? Oh, he's a good man, but he's not able to buy this, or we're always struggling. Do you have a job? Do you have a job where you're actually contributing to the family? Well, I got kids. You have kids that aren't his. They're not his. So you're struggling because of your own decisions, the things that you've done, and you're mad at him, and what you want him to do is come in and cover all that. Well, you cover the mortgage, and I'll continue to I'll tend to the kids. And there's no money for him. All of a sudden, when all the bills are paid, you go out buying them kids Jordans, all the latest gear. You get a new PlayStation, a new Xbox, GTA 6 is coming out, and the man gets nothing. He gets more responsibility.
Women hurt men that they're jealous of, okay? Because when she knows that you're a good man, you're a strong man, she also understands that you wouldn't truly like her for who she is, so she's going to try to manipulate you, disrespect you. She knows if you truly got to know her for who she is, you're going to lose interest and find a better girl. So what she's going to do is try to break you down, make you feel insecure, make you feel anxious by not texting you specifically, or doing all these things, making you spiral in your mind about her, because it makes her feel confident. It gives her the validation that she's better than you, and you won't go for other options. A woman's biggest fear is you marrying another girl, especially a girl who's hotter than her and better than her. She is jealous of you. She is insecure about you, which explains why she is so adamant about hurting you over and over again. Just leave. 101 coaching in bio.
These aren't rules for women. They're standards for my time. You're free to do whatever you want. These are mine. If I plan a date and something comes up, that's fine. No problem. But it's on you to offer the next availability. I lead, I don't chase. Early dating is not sponsorship. If you're asking me to fund basics that you should already be doing, we're not aligned. I'm not looking for a woman to pay, but I am looking to see if you want to contribute. Your effort matters and will be noticed. And I'm not even gonna let you pay, but I wanna see you offer. At some point, I want to hear you say the words thank you to either me or the waitstaff. Just once, at least once. Gratitude costs nothing, and it shows everything. If I offer to pick you up or to send a car, I expect you to be ready on time. Respect for time is respect for the person. I live an active life. If movement or working out together feels like a chore, we are not compatible. I don't need constant texting, but I do need mutual effort. There's a difference between being busy and being disengaged. Basic hygiene is not negotiable. It's not about perfection. It's about self-respect. I'm drawn to feminine, warm, nurturing energy. That's not something I teach. It's something I notice. And this one matters. I don't date women who don't take accountability. If everything is always everyone else's fault, there will be no future. Growth requires responsibility on both sides. These aren't demands, they're filters. And the right woman doesn't argue with standards. She fits them.
This might be a hot take, but I really don't care. I think women should start approaching men more, and I'm so serious. And I don't mean that in like a feminist equality type of way. I mean it in like a it's more efficient that way type of way. And anybody that knows me in real life knows that I be sharking dudes for real. Like anytime I'm outside, I will pick and choose who I want to talk to, and I will walk right up to you and talk. And a lot of women think I'm crazy for that. And I am crazy. But there's also a method to my madness, you feel me? Because it's like, the way I see it, you have one of two options when you're outside, right? You could get approached by 5 different men that you probably wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole. Or you could walk into a bar, look around the room, find the one that you find attractive, and walk straight up to him. Like, it just makes good business sense, you feel me? Time is money. And they never see it coming, because women don't typically do this, but these other minnows, I'm a shark.
Look in the mirror and just hear what you're saying, because the dumb hurts, honey.
I love it when men use this argument that they're basically saying like men are only good for physical labor. They don't understand that, number one, many women are handy. And number two, whatever we're not able to take care of, we can hire someone. There's many, many services out there. Whatever it is that needs to be done, we can hire someone.
You look at a construction site and 9 out of 10 of them are women. Be realistic. This women are handy stuff is just like, come on, honey. But she says, oh, we can just hire someone. We can just hire someone. And you know who you hire? You hire another man. You hire another man. So drop your I don't need a man bullshit, because you do need a man.
So a girl made a video about this on TikTok, and it's put in the most simple terms. I would say every girl I know right now wants a man who is masculine and a leader. And obviously that comes with like asserting dominance and all these things. And all these women want this, but then no women want to listen. They don't want to listen to the leader. So they want the leader, but then they're not going to listen. And it's so funny because it really comes down to like not listening to them is not only just extremely demasculating to them, it's like, so why would they want to be with you? They would go be with a woman who's more feminine and like willing to listen. This is not like, I'm not talking about controlling crazy guys. I'm talking about this is what a strong man in his masculine is. So it's like when you're, you know, doing the whole feminine, you know, new wave feminism, girl boss, I don't listen to anyone, then that's okay. There's a reason why the statistics are saying that all you guys are going to be single and unmarried in the next like 20 years. It's because you're not listening.
Trust me when I say that toxic feminism was the downfall for everybody. Nobody wants relationships anymore. And it's true. If you build yourself up to be a high quality man, all the women will want you. What makes a man a high quality man? A man that lives his true essence, that can be straight up to a woman. Women don't get mad, or at least some women do not get mad that you have a lot of women. They get mad that you do not tell the truth. They get mad when you do not tell the truth. But a high quality man will tell that woman straight up from the beginning. A low quality man will act like he's perfect, will act like he's like the greatest man on earth. Fake confidence. Do you see the difference? There is real confidence and fake confidence.
I don't know if I can't find a girlfriend because I don't want to, or if I can't find a girlfriend just because of the situation that I'm in. Like, I'm almost 30 years old. I've been single for 5 years. No girlfriend, but the thought of it, I'm like, sounds pretty nice. I mean, I know I want to have a family. I know I want a wife and kids, and there's only one way to get there. Gotta have a freaking girlfriend. But I also live in this small town with a bunch of college students, and the dating pool is just not good because, again, I'm almost 30 and I don't really want to date college students. So I'm not really sure if it's a me problem why I'm single, or maybe it's just a location problem. I very well could move to a big city with a lot of potential and still just be single, and I wouldn't be surprised by it.
I
had an electrician come over for some electrical work that I need. And it turns out it was someone I knew in college, married to a friend in college. And we go through the pleasantries. How have you been? Are you married? No. Do you have kids? No. All of it. He looks around, finishes checking everything, and says, yeah, I can do the work, but Marty, you need a man in here. If you had a man, he can handle this for you. And I just looked at him and annoyed, I said, no, I don't need one. That's why I called you. And I get what he meant. He probably thought he was saying something like life would be easier if you had a man, but I will gladly pay for something to be done than to keep a man just to fix things or just to say that I have one. And this is the part people don't get. Single women, we don't need to be reminded at every single turn that we need a man. We don't. That's why we hire things out. That's why we build lives that work for us, where we can manage it. Because to him, I looked incomplete. It looked like I was missing something. To me, I'm someone who handles her life just fine, with or without a man.
How old are you?
37.
41.
Would you ever date a single mother?
If she has one kid, but not more than one.
Not more than one?
Not more than one.
Why not more than one?
Just I don't want to. I understand some people make mistakes and they have that one, but then if you keep up, I can't do it.
Because you were a mistake.
I can't do it. Like, I don't want to take care of nobody else's kids like that. Like, I'm real dark when it comes to that. Like, I don't want to take care of nobody else's kids.
Do you have kids or no?
No.
You want to start something on your own?
Yeah, it definitely got to become for me.
What about you? Would you date a single mother?
I date a single mother. As long as she on her stuff, I mean, she about her business and all that stuff, I'm good with that. But if she's trifling or whatever the case is, I don't want to deal with that. I mean, like you said, one kid, that's cool, but I'm not saying the kid is a mistake, don't get me wrong. But as long as if she's about her business, if she's handling her what she needs to handle, I'm good with that.
But sometimes they are mistakes, right?
And not to mention, dang. And then also keep in mind, and I'm older. I mean, I can't expect a woman, if I'm going to date a woman my age, to not have kids. So, I mean, it's to be expected.
Well, and once again, modern women, they don't think long term. Like, they're short-term thinkers, they're limited thinkers. So when the man from high school comes in, you call him, he's, oh, you this guy from high school, hey man, what's going on, how you doing? Oh, and you do all the pleasantries and stuff like that. And he says, hey, I can do the work. He's being a friend to you is actually what he's doing. Oh, he just thought I looked incomplete. No. He just saw you had a weakness. And this is what modern women are having a problem with. He saw that there was a weakness. You've got some electrical work. I can do it. But man, if you had a dude around the house, a lot of this stuff you would save money. He knows at some point in time, if there's an issue and it's a major issue, you're not going to have the money to pay for it. Unless you're a millionaire, you're going to struggle to pay for it. What's going to happen when your AC unit breaks down? That's $5,000. I got $5,000. That's all right. Then your car breaks down. And the mechanic, whatever he's doing, he says, well, that's going to be $2,000. Your man might have had, when you have a man, you have a whole different network. He might not be able to fix cars. He was like, let me take it over to my friend. He knows how to fix cars. We can just sit there. Well, first of all, when he's taking it to his friend's car, he's not just going to be sitting there shooting the breeze. He might say that. And he might actually take an opportunity. He might actually take an opportunity to go over there and hang out with his friend. Hey man, I'm coming over. I'm bringing the car over. Can you take you might be able to take a look at it. Man, that man then bought pizza or some wings over there and a beer. I can't even say a 6-pack. He probably bought a 12-pack. Oh, we're working on the car. So, he gets, you get something out of it because you get your car fixed, and he gets something out of it because he go get to see his boy. It works. But he's introduced you to another network that you didn't have. And so, the car repair, you didn't have to sit up there all day. Your man took care of it. And it might have costed you $50. Whereas if you took it to a dealership, that probably costed you $500, $600, $700. And when you start having those issues, they can stack up for the normal, average, everyday American and get expensive. That's why he's saying some of these things in this house. If you just had a man, he would take care of all of that for you. Might not be perfect, but a lot of these things, it would make you more efficient. It would make the house run a lot smoother.
Women want men to be in provide mode. But when we criticize, which is a form of emasculation, a man will retract from providing to protect. And if it's a direct attack, like on your character, you're just like your father. Now he's protecting himself. And that's what brings out the worst in men, when they're protecting themselves, because it overrides their compelling desire to protect others. They're the smallest version of themselves, and they're protecting themselves. And they could shut down, right? They could withdraw, or they could attack. And women cause men to attack, and then we think that's who men are. Women cause men to withdraw, and we think, you ghosted me, right? We have all these accusations after we've caused it.
You ever notice when a man has a beautiful, gorgeous woman on his arm, suddenly all the other women start paying a lot of attention to him, right? And now he's out there thinking he's turned into some sort of Greek god. And no, she's dating for personality this time. Poor guy's like, everybody's checking me out. I'm so hot. No, sweetie, sit down. They don't want you. I hate to break it to you. They want to compete with her. Because listen, women are natural strategists. When we see a man with a confident, gorgeous woman on his arm, part of us goes like, what's so special about that guy? Is he loaded? Like, why did she choose him? What is he, right? And that's not attraction. It is curiosity mixed with a little competition. Because half the time, when another woman is flirting with a man, knowing that he's full-blown taken, she's not even really into him. She is just testing that woman. She wants to see if she can take what another woman has, just to prove that she simply could, okay? Ariana Grande. Ariana Grande. Okay. It's not about love or even attraction at all. It's purely about ego. But the problem is that most of these men, they misread that. And then all of a sudden they think that they're so irresistible that they've unlocked some sort of God mode and they can have whatever woman that they want, right? No, honey, she just wanted to hold the trophy somebody else had for validation. Now, here's where guys fumble. They really start believing the hype. They start chasing the illusion of something bigger and better out there, and they end up losing the real woman that they had, the one who actually made them glow up in the first place. So here's a little reminder for the men. When another woman's flirting with you, knowing that you're in a relationship, they're not chasing you, honey. They are challenging her. And the second that you forget that, you're gonna lose both of them. So yeah, hot, you're super hot. But she's the reason that that woman noticed you in the first place.
They're doing both. They're chasing the guy and they're trying to be in this competition with the woman he's with.
Who is most domestically towards women?
Surprisingly, it's actually women.
It's not.
Yeah, no, actually, no. So check this out. The highest actually occurs a lot of the times between same individuals who are women. And then the other thing also that's interesting is, because they did a whole meta-analysis on this, what they found was when there's only going one way, where one partner is beating on the other, is typically women to men. They're beating on the man. But the majority, obviously, are of like, they beat on each other. So it's two-way. But when it's only one party attacking another, it's the woman to the man most of the time. So, I think that's a misconception that a lot of people have where, people think that, men are just beating up on women or whatever. It happens, but I don't think it's as prevalent as people try to say. And, this is like feminist propaganda to push certain things out and get certain legislation going or whatever. But the reality is that it's really the women that tend to be more with that stuff because women don't have a proper concept of, I'll explain this, right? So the thing with men, right, is when men deal with each other, there's already inherent respect to a degree because we understand that we're capable of each other, right? Because we have the physicality to do so. Women don't understand this that much, right? This is why, like earlier, I'll give you an example. When I was out doing the thing, the people that were heckling me the most were women, right? And the reason why they did that is because women don't understand the concept of consequences, repercussions for talking, because women don't get punched in the face by men, luckily, right? But men do. So if you say the wrong thing to a guy, you know that there might be a physical confrontation that can end your life. Women don't understand this concept for a multitude of different reasons because, obviously we live in a civilized world. Men don't really attack women like that, which is good. Women, when they do fight with each other, they're weak, so who cares? So in general, women don't have a proper concept. So this is why they tend to be more, because they don't understand the consequences and ramifications of it.
I did not realize how hated black men were by black women until I did my series. My husband was raised by a single mom, and this is what I've learned. And then I did another video, Black Men in Therapy, and the comments from black women, wow, color me surprised. I kept receiving comments full of skepticism from men saying, are you really trying to give us grace? Are you really trying to understand us? And when I saw the women comment, I went, oh, wow, now it's starting to click. And it saddened me, but I now understand. And a lot of them brought up generalizations about black men creating broken homes and leaving more baby mamas and babies out there. But I feel like millennials and Gen Z are swinging the pendulum the other way from Xers and boomers, because they're trying to be in their children's lives. They're not trying to have these broken homes. They're trying to make it work with their partners. So now I understand comments like this, but I'm a big advocate for all men's healing.
You ever meet a girl so cool, you just think to yourself, you wonder, like, how is it possible that you're single? How is it possible that you're single? And then you get to know her, and then you start to understand why she's single. You start to get it. You're probably thinking to yourself, Dave, why are you saying that? I'll tell you why. I met up with this girl, right? We met up for tea, We literally met up just to talk about religion and politics. She saw that I posted about religious stuff and stuff. I saw she posted about politics. She said she wanted to learn more about Jesus. I wanted to learn more about her political ideals, right? We went to a tea shop. We spoke for 7 hours. And we was talking. I was thinking to myself, this girl is so good at conversation. Like, I'm having so much fun. Like, 7 hours passed, didn't even realize it. I'm just enjoying myself. I'm thinking to myself, how is this girl single? She told me, I'm a fearful avoidant. And I was just like, there's no way you're this self-aware and that's something that will impact your romantic life. So I start seeing this girl again. We go on a second date. I'm having so much fun, but I'm starting to peep the insecurities pop out of her. Just a little bit. Like, I pull up and she just acting a little strange, and she was just like, I just feel like the vibes are weird. And I was like, what? She was like, I just feel like the vibes. I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know. I don't know. Eventually I got it out of her. She was like, when you pulled up, you didn't really say much. I was like, oh, well, we were running late to the movie. I was trying to buy the ticket and hurry up and get into the theater. She was like, oh, okay. So we're sitting in the car.
So I think that a lot of women be thinking that they be doing men favors, right? So have you ever heard a woman say, oh, yeah, girl, I just settled for him. He wasn't even my type. Let me tell you something about men. Men don't want y'all favors, right? And the worst thing that you can do to a man that they just really don't like is sit up there and act like you settled for this man. Because a man coming in your life and making your life better by helping to pay bills, by being there for you emotionally, by supporting you, all these things that you expect a man to do, he's also adding value to your life. So how dare you say that, oh, I just settled for him? No, leave him alone. Let him find a woman that will value him, and then you go be with somebody else that may be settling for you. Let's talk about it. I need y'all to get yourselves together.
So I've seen some videos being posted about how women are saying that they want men to approach them, but I honestly don't think y'all do. You want the richest, hottest man in the room to approach you, but the reality for most of us is that he was never going to approach us in the first place. When you open that door, right, and you say like, oh, I want men to approach me, 99% of the men who will approach you will be chuds. Take it from me, like, I've honestly never been approached by like a really cute, hot, eligible bachelor at a bar. And like, I'm in my prime. The men who have approached me are honestly just annoying. The thing is, like, that super hot guy that you want to approach you probably knows he's hot. Long story short, I think the guys that you would actually want to hit on you would hit on you if they wanted to. And I also think some of y'all just want male validation, which is something that you honestly shouldn't want.
When men are like, single women today only want men for their bank accounts and their good looks. I'm like, what bank accounts? What good looks? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like, what is this mirage that you're feeding to me? Like, find me a man who's like nice and funny and smart and hot and rich. Like, find me that man. I mean, they do exist. They're men. What you're explaining to me is a man. Maybe he is a straight man and exists somewhere, and he's probably married to some beautiful girl, and I love that for both of them, but that's not you. Usually the person that's saying that is neither hot nor rich. It just kills me. I love it. Single women only want hot rich men. I'm like, where are they? You're ugly. What are you talking about? It's crazy.
what are you bringing to guys that you can make these demands of them, right? She's basically saying these guys don't exist, right? There's no nice, funny, hot, rich, smart. Well, that's a lot to have all in one. A. Secondly, if you're going to be that picky, you better be, I don't know, are you like Cinderella or something?
Modern women are so far out of their league. They're so far out of their depth. Modern women, punching up would be an understatement. These modern women are trying to punch into outer space with the man that they think that they deserve, with the man the men that they think they qualify for. They're punching into another realm, another galaxy. You don't belong here. The galaxy, the caliber of men that you're trying to get with, they can take one look at you and say you do not belong here. But modern women have deluded themselves. They have become so delusional to think, oh yeah, there's no men out here that are smart, funny, rich, so therefore there's nobody out here for me. Ma'am, come on now. You don't have no money like that either. Ma'am, come on now. You're not a 10 in the face. You're not a 10 in the body either. Come on now. Come on. And we all got our struggles. We all need to go on a diet. Well, a lot of us need to go on a diet. There's a lot of Americans out here that need to go on a diet. How come y'all don't feel like y'all included in that number? There's a lot of average people out here. How come y'all don't think y'all are included in that number? We gotta start. Maybe you don't qualify for that upper echelon man.